Dr. Angelo Armenti's 20-year tenure as president of California University of Pennsylvania came to an abrupt end last month when Pennsylvania's state system of higher education's Board of Governors removed him from office. And the firing set in motion probably one of the biggest controversies in the history of the school, with a lot of people both supporting him and a lot of people saying that they were glad to see him go. But really, one of the craziest things about this whole controversy is that the Board of Governors still has not given any reason why they terminated Dr. Armenti. According to Karen Ball, she's the Vice Chancellor for External Relations for the Board of Governors, everything started, there was a Board of Governors meeting May 9th, and they authorized its executive committee to meet with Armenti and to take whatever steps are necessary. Again, not really explaining why they were even meeting with him. And then a committee met with Dr. Armenti on May 16th and determined that a change of leadership was in the best interest of the university. But once again, not really saying what was the reason behind it. Now, the move did come 5 weeks after the faculty union, the Association of Pennsylvania State College and University Faculties, had written to the Board of Governors questioning the direction that Dr. Armenti had taken in recent years. They claimed that the academic programs were suffering and that Dr. Armenti was creating an atmosphere of distrust and fear. However, Karen Ball said that this was just one correspondence that they had received that led to the board's decision, and claimed that they got a lot of information from a variety of sources. So once again, we're not really sure even how much these complaints played into the termination of Dr. Armenti. Now, she did add that a day later that there would be an audit of California University's finances, and the audit, which had been ordered by the Board of Governors Chancellor, John Kavanaugh, apparently after he received several anonymous complaints about the university's spending. And it did find some questions about that maybe university employees could have unlawfully raised money for the university's private foundation, and also that Cal U officials had apparently ignored a market study that the new convocation center that had been built, that maybe it had been built too big, that it should have been maybe constructed at half its size. But once again, the board said that the Board of Governors said that they would be looking at the study, and they had no comment until they had further review. And as of today, we still have not heard any further comment as to how much this audit actually played into it. And meanwhile, Dr. Armenti had his own side then, and basically he was saying, as far as that the university had violated its usual audit procedures, he wasn't asked to comment on any of the response to the findings, many of which he claimed were inaccurate. Then he kind of dropped his own bombshell that here he had filed a formal complaint against Mr. Kavanaugh, the Chancellor, on March 21st, nearly 2 months before he was fired. He claimed that the Chancellor was overstepping his boundaries by prohibiting him from implementing layoffs in February. So, and he also said that Kavanaugh was using selected leaks and media to try and discredit him, and he felt that he was being set up to be fired. And Dr. Armenti said that when he was summoned to the meeting with the executive committee on May 16th, he thought that he was going to find out the results of this investigation, and instead was fired. So we're still in the dark here. Then, in the meantime, the California University of Trustees, they had criticized the firing. In fact, they had recommended a raise for Dr. Armenti. They were so happy with the job he was doing, so they were very upset. Pete Daly, state representative from California, also said that he wanted to have an investigation of the firing, claiming basically they were saying that this was a witch hunt, and that they didn't feel was justified at all. So they were supposed to have a meeting then with the Board of Governors, with the trustees from Cal, and they were going to come down and talk to them. Well, then at the last meeting, that that meeting was canceled. They basically said that the meeting is ill-timed, and that given the statements of certain trustees in the press, discussion of confidential personnel matters are not in the best interest of the state system. So then here, Representative Pete Daly, who had been critical of the audit report, saying that he wanted to find out the real reason for the firing, then he said that he had met with the Board of Governors, and they gave him enough information to indicate that this is an internal personal matter, and he's confident that the matter is being handled appropriately and with due diligence. But once again, Pete Daly did not say what those reasons specifically were. So the bottom line is that almost a month after Dr. Armenti was fired, no one knows why. And being that this is a public university that should be conducting its business out in the open, this is tax dollars, money that is being spent, and they really owe it, somebody owes it to the taxpayers to find out, to give the reasons so people can know whether this firing was just or unjust. Now, it's quite possible that maybe the firing, maybe Dr. Armenti did do something that he shouldn't have done, but certainly taxpayers should be aware of this. Or was this just a witch hunt? So in the end, you know, we're not saying we're defending Dr. Armenti or not, but certainly the process that's being used, the university should be operating out in the open, not behind a wall of secrecy. And we would urge them to please come clean, let the people know what happened and why they took this action. Until then, there'll be a cloud over this hiring, or over this firing, you know, probably for a long time till the reasons are given as to why he was fired. So that's it. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
At theheraldstandard.com, our mission is to provide news, information, and services to enable our communities to prosper. Every day, we strive to achieve this goal through 3 dynamic products. Wake up each morning to a copy of the Herald-Standard.com newspaper delivered to your home. Enjoy the e-edition and exact replica of our print product on your computer, tablet, or smartphone. Or secure unlimited access to our full-coverage digital news site online at heraldstandard.com. One local news leader, 3 great options.
Okay, we gave our view on the firing of Dr. Armenti. We want to hear from you. So please feel free to send us an email at mokeefe@heraldstandard.com, or you can send a letter the old-fashioned way. Our address here is 8-18 Church Street, Uniontown, Pennsylvania, 15401. And all we ask is that you please put your phone number so we can verify it, and also that you sign it. We do not run any anonymous letters. So we're looking forward to hearing what you have to say, and I want to thank you for watching. My name is Mark O'Keefe. I'm executive editor for Herald-Standard.com, and we'll see you later.